What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome to Tower of Time. This is a brand new RPG game that I've been looking forward to playing now for a while, and as I mentioned in the previous video, the kind of life vlog video, this is one of those once in a blue moon opportunities where I was already interested in doing a game and then they contact me to make a video about it. So before we get into this video, talking about the gameplay and the mechanics and stuff like that, I do want to thank Event Horizon, the game developer and publisher, for making this happen, for sponsoring this video. That doesn't change how I handle the video though, or you know, the things that I say as usual. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. What is Tower of Time, you may ask? Well, it's kind of like, alright, just imagine if like Grim Dawn went to the bar one night and he wasn't looking for anything special except maybe, you know, like just a whiskey sour or something like that, and then comes up this fine lady named Dragon Age, and he ends up buying her a cocktail, and you know, one thing leads to another, and then boom! What do you got? You got a baby named Tower of Time. It feels like that anyway. You've got this squad-based gameplay with a pause, slow time mechanic. They call it arrow time, where you can make tactical choices depending on what's unfolding, and then you have this isometric camera view, which is cool, and this kind of like small studio feel to the game, but still really high quality, right? And even some of the, for whatever reason, even the music kind of reminds me of Crate. But anyway, I think that you guys will enjoy it. Do me this favor and not to buy it, but just click the link to check out more details, check out the trailers that they have, more information beyond what you'll see here in this video. Do me that favor, guys. I think that you'll enjoy it. It's on sale right now for what, 20% less or something like that, which is a steal. I think it's at like at $19.99. It's a really solid game and definitely worth the price in my opinion. Let's go ahead now and take a look at some of the gameplay. Right now we're looking at the city, which is outside of the tower. The majority of the gameplay takes place in the tower up over here, but this is kind of like where you do management of gearing up your characters, setting stats, skills, and all that stuff. What we'll do is we'll jump to the tower and click enter. Then this is where I can select the party that I want to bring along with me. You can have up to 4 different characters. Right now I've unlocked 3. I'm pretty close, I think. Just by gauging how the game feels, I'm pretty close to unlocking that 4th character here. So where I'm at right now feels like kind of like Chapter 2. Chapter 1 was really a very much an introduction. It feels like the tutorial teaching me various things about combat and gameplay, party management, using the arrow time and whatnot. But this game has a lot of really good exploration that is also one of the reasons why I'm really into this. It's not just, oh, what do we got in here? Got some dude up there. And some other dude hanging from a rope. Trying to get down? Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's somebody like holding on to him. Poor souls, it looks like they became stranded on the other side when the bridge collapsed. They tried to make it to the lower floor, but their rope was too short. I wonder why no one came to help them. Were they the last people living here? They must have lingered through long days of despair before Syngeros took them a horrible way to die. A shame they did not take proper safety precautions and foresee such a potential disaster. Yikes. So the tower has sort of emerged in recent years, and now, without spoiling the story, you're coming to the tower to explore it, to discover ancient technologies in what is basically a kind of a post-apocalyptic world where so much has been lost, and you and your party are here to discover what you can find that maybe can elevate you back to a more civilized and technologically advanced life style for you, your culture, and really for the world, because it seems like it's been a cataclysmic event all around. Got ourselves some gold, got a chest here. And that would be Steel Great Shield of Lesser Resistance. Right, so the itemization has a lot of different mixes in what can roll on the gear. I don't know if it's randomly generated or whether everything has already been pre-built and preset. I can't remember which one they said that it is, but it feels relatively random. What's this? A deep well. I see only darkness in this well. I wonder how deep it is. Shall we check? Throw a stone or leave it be. I got a bad feeling about this. I've watched Lord of the Rings. I know what happens when you're a fool of a took. I'm gonna leave it be for now. Decide not to waste any more time and move on. Do I have the... Yeah, okay. If I want, I can come back to this and try that. I really want to see what this is. Ancient history. During your exploration of the tower, your champions will find special books. Days of Old volumes. They will reveal the history of the land and explain much about what actually transpired in the past. Why your land is so devastated and what your true objective might be. You can replay them in the library. Ooh. So it's a book, but it seems like a cinematic. That's exactly what it is. Your party stands motionless for a long time, lost in wild surmise. You sit transfixed on your crystal throne above. Tears of sadness streak the face of you and your champions alike. In the vision, you saw the land as it had been in the old days, a place of beauty and wonder filled with joy and wisdom. Much has been lost, yet the cause of the devastation remains unclear. Next. It is one thing to know what has gone before, but quite another to actually be there. You recover slowly from this experience. You must find more volumes of this work. You must understand what has happened and your role and what is to come. Maev, do you think it ever was truly like that? It is hard to imagine, says Kane, looking at Atara today, but I have no reason to doubt the vision. But an entire world without magic? It just doesn't seem plausible. Oh, on the contrary, says Eric. It's more than plausible. It's a certainty. And Atara was a thriving, rich society before the magic arrived. You seem so confident of your assertion, noble elf, almost as if your people have evidence of the fact. Yes, we do have several ancient texts describing that which we consider trustworthy. Ooh. Cool. As you can see, there's also conversation in between the different characters, and the banter that goes on between them has a kind of relationship, you can tell, in who likes who agrees with what, and I believe that is all tied in a way, indirectly or directly, with the alignment system. Now you have critical choices, not just like the simple talking kind of like we just had there, but you have critical choices, and you'll know because it's a serious choice between what one character thinks is going to be a good idea and what another character maybe thinks is maybe not such a good idea or has serious reservations about it. And the way that you choose is going to affect the way that your characters then feel about each other. And depending on who you agree with, you as sort of like the master of the party, how much you continue to agree with one character or another, that will raise, or if you disagree, lower their alignment points. And this affects your stats actually, which is pretty interesting. We also have a skill tree, inventory, we have character stats and stuff like that. So you can see it's a full-blown RPG for sure, with lots of customization, but we're not going to get into that just yet. I still want to do some more gameplay. Should we... You know what? Curiosity is getting the better of me. Let's go ahead and, even though I know better, let's throw a stone. Maybe nothing will happen. How deep is the well? One of your champions picks up a heavy stone and throws it down the well. No sound comes for a long time. It must be very deep indeed. Then, as your champions turn to leave, they are startled by a very loud noise. After a few seconds, a distant flash announces the arrival of enemies. Yep, here comes an ambush. Alright, so ambushes can happen sometimes, like just as you're exploring, or maybe if you are a fool of a took and go, you know, knocking things into to wells, and then you get ambushed, right? But most of the encounters you have the choice to engage or withdraw. In this case, since it's an ambush, I can't. We've got a lot going on here. Now, here's probably one of the most important and earliest tips here in this video, is you really got to pay attention. I'm sure a lot of you guys are used to this kind of thing, but for those of you that haven't played games quite like this, pay attention to their resistances, because this is going to be a big indicator on how your party and the type of damage that you're dealing out is going to be received by the enemy. If you're dishing out, for example, lots of fire damage to these guys, you're going to do very well. So I need to keep that in mind. Whoever in my party has the capability to deal out really good fire damage is going to be a great asset. Earth, on the other hand, not so much. And then we've got details you can click on if you really want to get into understanding who can do what and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the fight. This could be really nasty here. Okay, so next tip. One of the things I really like to do before I click on the start battle button is I like to check and see where the portals are. These portals, which are basically entrances to the battle arena, are where the enemies are going to be coming from. You really got to pay attention to this, because it's going to let you know obviously where the enemies may be coming, and if you're not careful, if you're paying too much attention, because this has happened to me as well, if you're paying too much attention to one side, maybe over here, and then you've got guys coming from the other side, you could get flanked really badly. But also what I like to look for is things like these walls or pillars, things that I can use to my advantage for cutting off the line of sight from enemies. That way they can't maybe shoot magic at me, arrows, you know, or even things like drain life or whatever. You want to be careful of that kind of stuff too. So you've got the number keys that help you select the characters, and then you've got the letter keys, as you can see, that are related to the skills. And as I switch between all the characters, you can see there are the different skills. This is something that takes a little bit getting used to, for sure, and will add to the difficulty, I think, of playing this game if you've not played something. Oh my goodness, look at, they're coming already. If you've not played something like this before. So I summoned up a Trent buddy. Gotta watch out for that. There we go. Big AoE blast right there. I need to conserve my ammo, or my mana, because there is definitely a limited source of it. So I'm not gonna be popping off all my cooldowns like crazy. I need to be measured in how I do this. Need to charge. Make sure I got taunt. You've got different stances as well. You have like a stand and fight stance for your characters, or a move and kind of intercept. Alright, you know what? I think it's time to go ahead and get that guy over there. Really got to watch this back line over here on the on this side. I got a feeling that they're going to be coming here pretty soon. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I didn't have line of sight to be able to... Uh-oh, here they come. You need to get out of there, girl. Go. Alright, I'm going to hit this totem here. Alright, I'm gonna put up a wall to block them off. No, I'm not gonna do that yet. We're just gonna go ahead and chip away at these guys. What? How does he have that range to do that? Yeah, y'all need to get over there. Help him. I need you to move. I cannot believe the range on that guy. Blocked him again. Okay, I have completely forgot about using fire here. We need to maybe start popping some cooldowns. There we go. I maybe should have saved that. Come on, girl. Alright. There you go, boy. Alright, so he's got them fully taunted. Uh-oh. Maybe he doesn't. Ooh, good stuff. My, yeah, she was in danger. I didn't pay very good attention to that. So she got knocked out, but I managed to keep the healer and the tank alive during that whole time. That was absolutely nuts. Battle results. Okay, so here we go. So we've got these different currencies that you can use for either training your characters at the barracks back in town, which is a way of sort of leveling up, because there's no automatic levels through experience in this game. You have to train them back at the barracks. And then you've got the equipment that you either find from chests or as rewards like this from battles, or you can craft using materials like these that you either pick up or you get from dismantling, I think it's called, dismantling items that you no longer need. I believe also give you a way of getting materials that you will want to craft things of different tiers and different types. You have a really just wide open way of gearing up your characters, which is quite nice. Wow, that was intense. That's probably the craziest battle I've been in so far in this game. I've never seen that many enemies. Good going, K. Perhaps next time you see a bottomless pit in a magical upside-down tower full of angry walking skeletons, you'll think twice before chucking a rock into it. If it wasn't for a healthy bit of curiosity, we'd still be hunting rabbits back in the hills and glades we roamed as children. Besides, if they are to come, let them come and face me man to man. I prefer a direct confrontation to constantly watching the shadows behind my back. A fine sentiment if we knew the numbers and nature of the dangers we face. Since we don't, that kind of prideful thinking is likely to get us killed. These two are often butting heads with each other, definitely. I have yet to see what Eric is really like, but he seems like a very chilled and calculated kind of character, which is very classical elf. Let's go ahead and take a look now at some more of the systems behind all of that action. So we've already taken a look at kind of like what the alignment is like. The skill tree, very simply, once you've trained your characters back at the barracks, they'll have access to more upgrade points for their skills, and they'll have also more points that they can invest into their attributes. Let's start over here at the skills. Now, originally, this guy had the dash, he had the wall, and then he had heal wounds. Now, because he's leveled up as much as he's had, or trained as much as he has at the barracks, he's also now unlocked taunt. And as you can see, each of these skills goes off in different paths depending on the way that you feel like you want to upgrade that skill. So dash goes to the target, generates threat, and you have the choice of either reducing the mana cost and the cooldown, or increasing the damage, the radius of the pull, and the pull strength, which kind of means like when you hit them with the dash, it kind of does like this gravity thing where it pulls everybody to you. So you've got these different choices for how you want to go about upgrading. You can't have both. You can't have the best of both worlds, unfortunately. You can't go like this or something like that. You can reset all of your skills. You can change them one at a time like this just by clicking on them. There's really no major consequences to that. However, if you're trying to reset your attributes, that is a completely different type of thing. You do set your attributes, you set to approve them to the way that you've set them, and if you want to reset them, well, then it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you one of these purple gems, which I have not picked up a lot of these, that is for sure. So it's not viable to reset this often. You have to make kind of smart choices here, and this is very interesting. For each one of these attributes at 10 plus, it gives you an additional bonus. So in this case of might at 10 plus, increases armor and magic penetration. So there we go. There's a pretty good rundown, I think, of the fundamentals. What do we got here? A lever, which opens a gate. No doubt I'm going to be finding some puzzles. There are puzzles, there are secret rooms and things like that you want to keep an eye out for. Hidden items. Oh, speaking of fountains, look at this. This doesn't look healthy at all. This is a corrupted fountain. Yes, they warned me about this. Not all fountains would be so clean and pure looking. In this fountain, there is no water, just a strange coagulated substance that emits faint green glow. One of your champions reaches down and touches it, but recoils, his skin burned by the acidic jelly. His? So in other words, my shield guard guy. The curious one. I guess that's all there is to it. Okay. There didn't seem to be any consequence to that. And nothing really to interact with it yet. I wonder though if maybe we could find a way to clean this. Rusted tools, remnants and stuff like that. A lot of the things that you'll see are just kind of like adding to the atmosphere. And oh, look at that. Yep. I just noticed. Because I didn't see it on the minimap. There's 2 fights up ahead. Looks like a squad of, oh boy. A squad of archers, and what is that? That looks serious up ahead. We've also got a lesser scroll. And is that... Wait, what is that? Some more scrolls up here. We got a lot going on. I'll tell you what though, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. We got to see some pretty cool action. I mean, that seriously was the most chaotic fight that I've seen so far. I'm definitely going to continue to play Tower of Time. If you guys would like to know more information, maybe pick up the game yourself, especially now that it's on sale, check out the link down in the description. Just clicking on the link isn't gonna like set you up to buy the game, just get more info. Go ahead and do that for me, guys. Check out the trailers and stuff like that. I have a feeling that'll be something that you're into, and at the price it's at on sale, man, it's a steal, I think. If you would like to see more Tower of Time here on the channel, let me know that and your general thoughts down in the comment section below. Click the like button to support Tower of Time here on the channel, and look forward to other first look vids here on the channel very soon. Thanks again for watching. This is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.